Hmm. Hey guys. Well, my day off, I got some time, so hey, let's try this new game on Game Pass. Citizen Sleeper. I remember this was showed, I think at the Xbox, it was some Xbox show thing. It might have been a Microsoft conference at some E3 or something. But, yeah, it looked good. The only thing I know about it is that it uses dice rolls, and it's about future, cyberpunk future capitalism, basically. So we started. It came out on Game Pass, I think yesterday or today morning. I don't remember. Interesting. There's no options. You just start a new game. Okay. Whoa, there are classes. You can be an operator. Okay, you want to be a hacker. Cerebral and precise people. +1 to work with digital interfaces. -1 to endure or use strength or strength of will. Let's see what else we could be. Extractor. Extractors work on resource extraction, often in hard vacuum environments. Sleepers assigned to extractor work are often confident, self-sufficient, and a high level of confidence. Okay, -1 approach problems with awareness, and +1 use strength for strength of will. Wait. Okay, I was like, wait, there's only 2 classes? No way. Okay, we didn't talk about operator. Okay. Okay, this is the end. A machinist repairs and modifies automated systems used in industrial resource extraction. Sleepers assigned to machinist work are usually diligent, careful, and structured people. Well, I mean, +1 to engineer work with machines and physical tools seems like a very useful thing in this future, right? -1 approach a problem head on. -1 to engage. Okay, so there's only 3 classes, huh? I mean, if you're playing operator, I guess your solution to everything will probably just be like hack everything. I guess you want to be an engineer? Yeah, let's try it. I don't know anything about this game other than it uses dice rolls. Oh, just no voice acting. Either the first thing you become aware of on waking is the disconnect. The delay between thinking and acting. Thinking and feeling. Between wanting to act and acting. Minor. Almost imperceptible, but always present. Huh. Try this down a bit here. Okay, some input lag now. It's at its worst when waking, when yourself has spent many dark hours recalling what it felt like to be real, to be a person. To be in a body that was indisputably yours. Think about that body. A leap into a cold lake on a hot day. The sting of blood welling from a fresh wound. The friction of a fingertip. All of a sudden, the memories are closer than you thought, blurring as you approach, until you can't tell one from the other. That's true, right? If we have a machine body, if you ever get a machine body for a human being, they don't have nerves. Like, your body has always been getting input, always. Just like the feeling of air on your skin. Like, what would that be like for that just to be gone? And what would that do to your brain? The cold slips in, behind and around you, and the sensations fade out of reach. Perhaps you should be thankful for the dull nature of this new body, given your current circumstances. The walls of the container feel immediately present. Cold, hard, at your back and face, cramping your limbs. Oh, okay, you got Robocopped, or Deus Ex'd. You resist the desire to stretch, knowing that a claustrophobia comes next, and retreat a little from your central nervous system. It isn't painful. Not like you used to know pain, at least. In emergency mode, pain is a message delivered with efficiency and ease, a reminder that harm is imminent. There's no insistent throb, no trembling nerves, just a warning delivered with the banal quality of a digital notification. Right now, there are thousands of them. So yeah, I mean, like, movies like GoldenEye. Was it GoldenEye? I don't remember which movie it was, but it had the guy who couldn't feel pain. Like, it always treats, movies always, and TV shows always treat pain like some kind of superpower, but in reality, there's a reason we evolved to be able to feel pain. If you put your hand on a hot stove and you can't feel it, it will do a lot more damage. Alright, let's remember the plan. You mostly remember that it wasn't a good plan, but then your options were limited. And once you got the itch to get out, by any means possible, it was either that plan or something much worse. It was at least simple. Collapse the shaft, drift away in the chaos, slip into cargo processing, seal yourselves into containers, and then just hope the freighter left before you were missed. Oh, you smuggled yourself onto this ship. Interesting. A whole bunch of you guys, it seems. Some were lost in the shaft. Others never found the meeting point. Only a few made it to the containers. But the freighter, as far as you know, left. That feels like enough. Enough to know you might no longer be on that grim and heartless rock. Even if in the airless hold of the freighter, you might freeze solid long before you reach your destination. But you're restless. It's been a long time since you left. Surely weeks, maybe months. You are dully aware of damage to your legs, your right arm. You have been reserving energy as much as possible, but even then your body has shut many of its systems down to protect you. System of a down? You have spent much of that time asleep, knowing that anything else would be impossible to endure. You feel the weight of that impossibility begin to gather. It is time to sleep again, to nudge this false body into inducing delta waves in your emulated mind, and once again, recoil into a dream of when you were once a person. Okay, so is there any part of this character that's human anymore, or are they just your brains in a mechanical body? Feel something. Warmth. Not true warmth, but the indication of its presence. Your joints release from their rigor. Sound, too, everywhere, screeching and shimmering so loud that your body ducks your hearing to protect its sensors. Then light, white as the cold. Then softer and softer, until in the haze of dirty yellow a figure appears. Oh, you got spotted? You were out. Pragmatic salvager. Oh. Dragos, a pragmatic and private salvager. It's been a few hours since Dragos pulled you from the container. You sit huddled in a corner of his scrapyard, swaddled in the reflective folds of a mylar blanket. You are slowly coming back to consciousness, back to life, and you stare at the ornately curving element of an improvised heater. You are surrounded by angular, incoherent lumps of ships, some corroded beyond recognition, others still carrying glassy wounds along their edges where a plasma arc sliced them apart. As you trace their shapes with fogged eyes, you hear a voice. So, Sleeper, you all thawed yet? Never seen one of you come in like this. You frames must have better perseverance in sub-zero vac. Seen more than a few of you frozen solid to hull plates, or inside outer locks in my time. They weren't so lucky. Dragos comes into focus, shrouded in makeshift tech. His headset with its glinting eyes, the mark of a drone operator. On his shoulder, one of his symbiotically linked drones perches, its irising eyes locking you with an unflinching stare. Last living sleeper that came through this yard was a while ago. They didn't last long. You struggle to read his expression beneath the tech, but he seems lost in memory for a moment. Or perhaps he's just figuring out what to do with you. What happened to him? Ignores your question. I want to ask what led you to do it. To sell yourself to a corporation. And I suppose you know you can't go back. Your old body, that's theirs now. And you are just software. A rogue emulation illegally possessing corporate property. Oh, wow, this future is even grimmer than I thought. You nod along. You remember biometrically signing the forms. The cold floor on your feet as you padded to the sleeper cells. The promise of a life off-world. But as you do, you get the now familiar sensation that these aren't your memories. These are things you know, but not things you feel. You are no longer that person. You are an offshoot, a copy. Okay, so they copied your mind and put you in this body. What you won't know is what's ahead. At least the last one didn't. There's no easy way to put it. That body of yours is falling apart. It's the same for any sleeper who makes it out. S and ARP wants to protect their property, but if they can't keep hold of you, well then no one can. You remember that too, or at least rumors of it from the other sleepers. Planned obsolescence. Oh, our old friend, planned obsolescence. A built-in dependence on the regularly administered supplements that were part of your routine. Stop taking them, and your body begins to shut down, separate from your emulated mind. How long has it been? How long do you have? But for now, Sleeper, you are one of the lucky ones. Dragos glances up and away towards the glassy dome of the yard. The Eye is the best place you could be right now. The Eye? The station. You'll see soon enough. Dragos impatiently shifts his weight. Look, I've got things to be getting on with. He trails off. There's an old freight container I've been using as storage out in the stacks. We haven't been pulling in much valuable scrap these days, so you're welcome to it. Ah, well, he gives you a place to stay at least. Something wells up inside you. Emotion, fatigue. Shakily get to your feet. Alright, you head on up there. You look like you can use some rest. And with that, Drago stalks back into the Rex. His drone's already converging on a rusting Hulk. Plasma flashes silhouetting his spindly figure as he returns to work. Okay, welcome to Erlin's Eye. Life on the Eye runs in cycles, during which you can talk to characters, explore areas of the station, and perform actions. At the end of each cycle, you need to head to your current home to rest. Resting will move forward, time forward on the station. Head to the empty container location to rest and end the cycle now. Well, I got no options. You just go. You wake curled up in the corner of the container and begin slowly assembling the world around you. After all this time, you still find his body, the one you waken now, strange and disjointed. Its message is readable, but somehow wrong. You sit up, pulling the mylar blanket close against the cold. Here you are, on this ruined station, millions of miles from anyone you know. Are you still in the system? Did any of the others make it out? It's impossible to know. After all this, what matters? It all matters. The past is impossible to escape if it remains a blur. What S&R did to you cannot be forgotten. You need a way of understanding all this before you can move on. Where are you? What is this place? What happened to the others? The questions outnumber the answers. You want to change that, but you'll have to learn to survive first. Dragos has left a few comforts in the container. The mylar blanket. Why do you need a blanket if you have a mechanical body? I mean, I guess if a machine freezes, it's still just as bad, right? It's not about comfort. The bedroll you slept on, a canister of water, a makeshift. Okay, so well, if you can still drink water, then you still have to be biological on some level. A makeshift electric stove and some faded sachets of some desiccated powder. You thumb the power stud of the stove and begin to boil the water. The contents of the sachets smell like damp wood, and you sprinkle them into the liquid. As the pungent smell washes over you, images of your restless sleep come back to you. A ring, like the station, but skeletal and ghostly. A weapon threads pulling at your skin, a constellation of bright polygonal shapes, like angular suns burning into your mind. There's something unpleasantly visceral about these images, and it is long after you finish drinking that they begin to fade. You tidy away the stove as best you can and try to gather enough energy to greet the day. Oh, here we go. Here we go, tutorial. Condition, action dice, and energy. Condition. Your condition represents the current state of your artificial body. Depletes by one segment each cycle, but can also be damaged by violence, injury, or lack of food. If your condition bar empties, you will suffer a breakdown. You have to figure out how to recover your condition, now that you no longer have access to corporate pharmaceuticals that were keeping you alive. Action dice. At the start of each cycle, you roll your action dice. These dice can be used to perform actions on the station. The number of dice is based on your current condition. The worse your condition, the less dice you have. Oh boy, so it's like a death spiral. If your condition gets bad, you're going to get worse rolls. And if you get worse rolls, it's easier to mess things up and mess up your condition even more. Once you have used your dice, you cannot take any further actions. You must rest to recover them, thus ending the current cycle. Energy. You also need to eat to survive. Oh, well, we didn't get rid of that part of you. This is represented by your energy meter. You can refill your energy bar by eating, but first you'll have to find somewhere to get food and currency to buy it. Your energy depletes by 2 segments each cycle. If it becomes empty, you will be starving, and your condition will deplete at a double rate per cycle. Oh, well, that's not good. Okay, what can I do? Dragos is stood in the corridor when you... Shouldn't it be Dragos is standing in the corridor when you close up the container? He's still wearing his headset, and in the harsh light of the corridor, you realize it is implanted. A drone sits on his shoulder, its cachet of sensor eyes rapidly irising. How are you feeling? Okay. The drone chirps. Good to hear. You notice that beneath the operator's rig, his skin is marked by burns and blotches. I know the container isn't much, but it'll keep you safe. He pauses. So I'm not going to chit-chat too long. You well enough to work? Sure. Alright then. At the yards is simple stuff. We hack those old holes down, sell them off to the shipyards or the bright market dealers for cryo. Occasionally we pull some tech, something with a bit more value, but most of what comes in is scrap. It's hard to find good hands here, but I figure as a sleeper you'll be used to the manual labor. And obviously, I'll slip you a few chits of commission based on what you turn up. He shuffles his feet nervously. Look, I wouldn't usually do this. In my opinion, you'd be best suited moving on as quick as you can, and Sleeper as well. He trails off. But things being the way they are for me at the yard, he pauses. I need the help. Why? Things are a little tight, that's all. I owe a little cryo to a client here or there. He pauses, thinking of something else to add. Look, just come down to the yard when you're feeling fresher. There's plenty to do. Okay, see you later. Time to get to work. Okay, here we go. Actions are a primary way you interact with the world of Citizen Sleeper. To perform an action, click and drag your chosen action dice to the slot. Repeatable action. Even the rustiest hull can hide valuable components and materials. Extracting them means cutting carefully and skillfully. Manual salvage. It's going to take some time to sort and cut your way through the towers of salvage, but you are no stranger to hard labor. Okay. Oh, there's risky. Actions reward you with clock progress, energy, conditions, or items depending on the outcome. There are 3 types of outcomes. Positive, neutral, negative. Oh, if you get 6, 100% positive. 5, 50%, 50%. 50% positive, 50% neutral. So as long as you have a 5 or a 6, it's guaranteed succeed. 3 and 4 have a 25% chance of failing. 1 and 2 have 50-50 chance of failing. One type, either critical or repeatable. Critical actions can only be performed once. 2, risk, either safe, risky, or danger. Safe, no loss of condition, energy, or cryo. Risky, negative outcome means cryo or energy loss. Danger, negative outcome means condition loss. Neutral outcome can mean cryo or energy loss. Okay, yeah, you don't even want the neutral outcome in that case then. Skill, the skill that this action requires either engineer, interface, endure, intuit, or engage. Modifier. Either -1, 0, +1, or +2. This is added to the action dice when slotted and improves its value. Some actions require a +1 to perform. Okay. So obviously I want this, right? Actually no, hold on. No, I do want this. Business, okay. Actions often progress clocks. Clocks are displayed below the actions that fill them. They track your actions and how they affect the world. Filling a clock means something good or bad is about to happen. Some clocks, such as the one tracking Drago's deaths, are cycle clocks. These clocks tick themselves once each cycle and can be complete without player input. Any active cycle clocks will be displayed on the icon for that. Okay, yeah, sure. 100% positive. Okay. In Citizen Sleeper, you will unlock drives as you discover more about yourself in the world. Drives guide you in pursuing specific objectives, depending on which path you want to take. You can track drives in any okay, it's a quest. It's a quest. Sure. We're now free to explore Erlin's Eye and make life for yourself here. Try tracking a drive to help you survive. Look for food to help keep your energy up, and then you have a way to recover condition. Fill clocks to progress stories and find new opportunities. Remember to end cycle at your house when you're out of dice. Oh, okay. Nope. Okay. Nope. Oh, wait. The odds are the same though. Oh, but the risky has a chance of failing. Oh, okay, yeah, ooh, this place is big. Shipyard. Oh, it's a bit late now. Steel dock plans, whoa. This is still risky. Yeah, we're not doing that. You can go to the market. Ask for directions is a dangerous thing? That's freaking weird. Oh, no. Find a doctor. Okay. Well, it's still 50-50. Oh, but the risky means I have a chance of, okay, neutral outcome. %50 neutral, 50% negative. Wow, it's 50-50. Okay. Well, I mean, whatever. I'm not gonna get anything with this dice anyway. Okay, we go. Losing energy. Ooh, we're starving. Oh. Even though you have no eyes, no sight, you can see/feel the map of the station. No, it is not the map of the station, but the map of its connections. It's a looped cloud with spokes and spires that jut out into space. It is an ingrown thing full of obsolete loops and severed pathways. It is a system, a map, and a territory all at once. You notice a tugging feeling, pulling at you, insistently as if it were a small child, somehow pulling you in two directions at once. You look down. All of a sudden, everything shuts off. You come back trembling into this unfamiliar body, both yours and not yours all at once. Okay, and we're back in the... Ooh, we need to get some food. Okay. Oh, you get less dice if you're okay. Gotta find a doctor. Okay. Where over here? So, no. I guess you have to go over here. 50% positive, 50% neutral. Shit. Ugh, that's a risk. I don't know. A 5 isn't good enough? That's so weird. I mean, this will get me more, though, right? Is there even a save thing? Oh, you can't even save. Oh, boy. Yeah, they don't want you saves coming. Okay. Do I want the danger? Or do I... I'm pretty sure asking for directions gives you more. Oh, no, this is critical. This only gives you 1. Here we go. Come on, 50-50. Okay, we got it. Okay. Oh, here we go. You drive. Go to a slum doctor. Next comes the call from the enforcer at the door. You shuffle down the flickering hallway towards the open apartment door. Keep your head down and your shoulders high in the queue, trying not to bring attention to yourself. You were thankful for the tip-off that a doctor was operating out of this place, but now you're here, you aren't so sure. The gang enforcer on the door, the flickering light strips, the decaying hab block, they have all made the long queue a test of your nerve. But your options are few, and without a supply of stabilizer, this body, your body, will. You suppress a shiver and shuffle forward to the front of the queue. Try to find something to distract yourself. You lean against the doorframe and look into the apartment. The entryway is dark, punctuated by the green indicators of stacks of sealed containers. You lean in and see amber light filtering through a far doorway, screened with plastic sheeting, beyond which blurred shapes move. The slap of the enforcer's palm against the doorway jerks you awake. Waits your turn, he growls. After a few moments, a figure pushes through the doorway and you catch a distant voice. Send the next one in, Toshiro. Oh, yeah. This guy's Japanese. The enforcer jerks his head and you slip inside, passing through the dark entryway and pushing through the plastic sheeting on the far door. The room beyond is bathed in warm light. A floor-to-ceiling transparent panel gives a full view of the bright market's sealed roof and the buzzing traffic above, and for a moment you are transfixed by the motion. Oh, okay. It's like a raincoat? Come sit, comes a sharp voice, and you see a silhouetted figure turned away, replacing the plastic sheeting over the frame of a simple folding bed. You make your way across the room. Sabine, a doctor in Bright Market. The figure turns, and as they do, you see an expression of confusion flash across their features. They open their mouth as if to speak. They blink and then quickly regain their composure. Please sit. They gesture to the bed and then turn to an open case of tools on the table. You sit. Sabine turns, a compact diagnostic scanner of some kind in their hand. They hold it to their eye. Remain still, please. Their tone is clipped and businesslike. You stare ahead, still dazed from their expression when you entered. Fear, recognition, sadness, unmistakably etched across their face. How long have you been on the station? They ask, the scanner still to their eye. A few cycles. They nod. It's good you came to me. They set the diagnostic scanner on the table. I'm going to start by assuming you don't know anything. They take your arm and roll up your sleeve, inspecting your synthetic skin. Your body is dying. They say it without ceremony, without drama, but not without empathy. SNR doesn't like to see its proprietary technology let loose, to prevent bodies like yours, frames as they call them, from being stolen, repurposed, or in your case, escaping. They built in a process of so-called planned obsolescence. Frames decay rapidly when not regularly injected with stabilizer. One which SNR remains the sole producer of. They look up. Sound familiar? Yep. Good, that may help. They swap to your other arm, running some thin metal device over your skin. You feel your forearm tremble. I'm sorry, Sabine says, and you're unsure if they mean for the cold touch of the metal or everything else. Emulations like you, sleepers as most people know you, aren't classified as people in any of the surrogate systems. You have no rights, no status. They focus hard on the inspection of your arm, and SNR has no reason to release stabilizer into the market. Oh, basically, if you run away, you're gonna die. It's like it's explicitly Blade Runner, right? Sabine looks up as to apologize again, but they stop themselves. I know little of this is of use to you. They turn away, disassembling the metal instrument and cleaning it. Okay. Silence fills the room as Sabine works, and then the silence gives way to tension. You stare at their back, willing them to say something, anything. Sabine turns to face you. I may be able to help. They sigh, and you see the darkness under their eyes, hear the fatigue in their voice. They gesture to the door. You saw Toshiro outside? You nod. He works for my benefactor, Yadagan. They are influential in the low end. They give me the space to work, run the door, and take the profits. At the same time, I have to fix up their enforcers, tend to their implants, sew up their wounds. They look away. But Yadagan has connections. Smugglers from the Starward Belt. Mercenaries working for the corporations on Ember. If they can source the stabilizer, maybe you'll have a better chance. Oh, it's not a death sentence after all, maybe. Sabine sets down their slate, their notes complete. This is dangerous, and it'll be expensive, but I think we can do it. Sabine walks away to the window, their face dappled by the shadows of passing drones. Let's just see if this works first. I'll let you know when I have a lead. Okay. You nod and leave, Sabine still staring unmoving. When you reach the lower level in the market, you look back up through the panels of the roof to see if you can see their face, but the room looks dark against the lights of the market. You duck your head and walk off into the crowd. Oh. I'll get some food. I'm starving. Emphas. Yo, who's this guy? I thought that was a shield, but it's actually like a pot, right? Yeah, it's a pot. Emphas. An imposing street food vendor. Emphas is busy, his broad face uplit by the makeshift gas burner in front of him. With precise, delicate movements, he lays thick chunks of marinated fungus into a dented wok, his other hand idly tossing a metal bowl of sliced vegetables and some red-flecked dressing. It smells incredible. You watch as he fulfills a set of orders, heaping the fungus with the bright red salad and depositing it in plastic trays. A stack of chits rattles in his apron pocket as customers file past the burner, handing over payment. You approach. You join the queue. It's mostly of off-duty salvagers, vac suits unzipped and rolled down to expose stained vests, grubby mods, a lattice of scars and tattoos. They discuss the best food on the eye, the best drink, comparing notes on bright market dives, their words cut through with heavy spacer slang. Eventually it's your turn. You shuffle to the front. Emphas speaks in a deep, even tone without even looking up. First try is free. Yo, first taste is free, kids. Thanks. The smell is almost unbearably strong as he cooks. The earthiness of the fungus laced with something so spicy the smoke makes your eyes water. The heat from the burner is like a bonfire, and your skin hardens in its glare. Hey man, they're looking up to fungus to replace some stuff, definitely. I know you. You sleepers, Memphis says while he cooks, his voice deep but clear. A hard life. A lot of stories. He glances up from beneath his cap with piercing eyes. I know. Tell him the story. You begin to tell him about your journey to the eye, and he nods as he cooks, his eyes never leaving his work. You tell him of the confusion, the pain, but also the sense of possibility, and its sudden arrival. You tell him of the cold and dark of the container, and the endless cycle spent within it. Now it seems, you tell him, like some dream that you once had, but can never forget. You tell him that the eye excites you and scares you, and you're unsure where to walk, where to look, what to do. Eventually you tail off, running out of words. He places a plastic tray of steaming fungus in your hand. Next time we can talk some more, he smiles, but next time, you pay. He slams a heavy hand against the button on the burner side and shuts it off. The roar of the flame and its impressive heat fades. Next time then, sleeper. He waves you away and begins to oil the wok. Before you turn back to the alley, you notice the geometric patterns of circular scars across his forearms, each surrounded with a constellation of glinting pin marks. You walk away, and as you do, you take a bite of the rich, spicy, delicately sweet fungus. Your taste sensors light up like a fusion reactor. You'll be back. Glad to see street food still exists in the future. Get some food. Okay, now we have to wait for Sabian to... What the hell's build a ship mine? Oh, okay, that takes a while. Put a scrap component, or we could... Oh, okay, we could do... Okay, well, this is 100% positive, right? Oh, but do we wanna... We wanna help, Drago, right? What's over here? Oh wait, this is actually fine. Oh, he needs one more. Well, let me see. Well, this is critical, right? Hold on. This is, oh, this is repeatable. I guess you could just do this whenever. Well, we got time before the debt's called in. I think we can... good at this. That was a repeatable action. Okay. Let's try it. Well, we're good at this engineer thing, so we should do this. Oh, out of dice. What does the build a ship mine do? You heard of a talk of a fabricator owned by the Ort Exchange. With that and a few fragments, you could build a ship mine core. Sure. Well, we're out of dice here. Again, the skeletal ring of the station fills your mind. Sparks of glittering lights, like stars reflected in a winter lake. I have no idea what that's like. One of the things about living in a relatively urban area. You don't know what the stars look like. It is clearer, crisper than before. The threads still pull, but you remain in place, flickering in the flow. Between the threads you see bright shapes, caches of shimmering light beneath transparent crystal forms. You follow the path of a thread across the ring, through these forms, then leaping off into the void. You begin to understand these are nodes and connections. A map of information, of communication. There's so many layers, so many loops, it seems almost impossible to parse, but you begin to try. Okay, focus on the nodes. The nodes are glassy bright, but in all this flow, the only solid and fixed points. You approach one, a pyramid or a triangle. Dimensions are difficult here. And lean close to it. Inside, shifting layers conceal a tangle of threads, a meeting point of exchange. But before you can glimpse inside, the glass clouds and hardens? I guess this ant's not supposed to be there. It should be the glass cloud hardens, cutting you off. The threads and nodes, passages and puzzle boxes. One leads to another. There's so much here, so many answers, so many questions. All you need to do is follow the paths and open the boxes. You look out across this ghost landscape of exchange and see an opportunity. But then that insistent tugging again, pulling at you. You look down again, you see two lines, two threads pulling in different directions, as if they were tied around you. The hell? It's literally just 50-50. The first thread leads out, away from the station, into the inky black. Someone out there is tracking you, hunting you, following the thread to you. They're in a ship, and the ship is approaching ever closer with each cycle. Oh shoot, we got slave catchers? The second thread leads in, pulling deep in the station. Your gaze follows it, and this time you see something. A sphere shimmering above a strange angular body. A pulse shoots out from it, passing over you like a torch beam. Testing you, tasting you. You open your eyes. Time is short. Oh, whoa, someone is hunting you. Okay. Something has changed inside the cloud. You can now access the data cloud of the Eye, a network of decaying protocols and data caches. While there, you can use dice and items to gain access systems and extract data. But be careful, these networks are old and strange. Click the I button at the top of the screen to toggle this view on and off. What the hell? What does this do? Oh. You must match your dice. Oh, okay. If you roll okay, so if you roll a 1, you can do that. Okay, so this is what you do with, like, if you roll low on the thing. Oh boy, this is weird. Yet again, agent. Okay, you can use this to... I have a really good roll this time, so I don't think I want that. I guess let's go eat some more, right? He needs food. Enfys doesn't trust people easily, but he notices his regular customers in its own way. Okay, well, you just keep buying from him. He'll... Citizen Sleeper. It just got added to Game Pass. Okay, we want to help this dude out of his debt, right? So we should help Drago. Since I'm an engineer, a 5 becomes a 6, so this is a guaranteed positive. Which means we're gonna do it. Okay. Does this happen, or does this... I mean, this clock is fulfilled. Does he... Let me see. Huh. Let's see. Alright, repay Dragos. Isn't this... Help pay off Dragos' debt? I mean... I guess it triggers afterwards. Oh, or do you just talk to him now? Oh, here we go. There he is. You arrive into the buzz of activity at the yard. Red blinking lights flash across the vast dark shape, suspended below the dome. They flicker across scorched hull plates and bent structures, spilling from holes in the twisted shape. The cutter is huge, and has been torn apart in some violent encounter. She's a beauty, isn't she? Drago stands to the side, focused on the hulking ship as it is lowered onto the yard. What is it? Dragos laughs. That, my friend, is a great scrap. I should thank you. This place was on its last legs when you turned up. And now look at this. The ship descends slowly, its interior visible through multiple hull bridges. Let me know if the background, the game sounds too high. It's kind of hard for me to mix the volume. You struggle to gather the same enthusiasm as Dragos for this monstrous craft. You can't help but think of what became of its crew. What happened? What do you mean? He glances at you. I managed to convince our salvager friends to give it to me on credit. That's what happened. Credit? We may have done well, but we can't afford the down payment on this one. He pats you on the shoulder. Don't worry, we'll make it back once we chop this beauty up. You sigh. But Dragos doesn't seem to notice. The ship creaks like a calving iceberg as it reaches the base. Okay, I guess I'll put the sound up a little in the game. Maybe that's better. Let's see. Drago's visibly excited. I know I said you shouldn't stick around, but I'm gonna need some help with this one. The drones start to crawl over the Hulk. There are lights illuminating flashes of dented hull. Watching, you wonder if you arrived in a similar fashion. Locked inside that container, the wreck of the SNR freighter, lowered into the yard like a corpse ready to be butchered. Or was the container delivered to Dragos on his own, a womb for your rebirth into this strange station? You shudder. Perhaps if you can learn something about this ship, you might be able to trace the path that led you to this yard. Dragos squeezes your shoulder. After these past cycles, I think we're up to it. What do you think? You see the fading name on the ship, emblems on the side. Winter Light. Let's do it. Claps you on the back. Glad to hear it. Come back in a few and we can make a start. A real beauty, Dragos repeats, perhaps just to himself. You take one last look at the shattered ship as the drones start cutting, and then slip out into the yard, feeling suddenly cold in the empty passage. Okay, you got a new ship to butcher. You got an upgrade point. Whoa, hold on. Wait. You completed your first drive. Each drive completed unlocks an upgrade point to spend on upgrading your character. Every RPG needs some progression. Access your character menu via the arrow at the top right of the screen. Okay, upgrades available. Okay, well, I'm already an engineer, so let's see. What can we do with engineer here? Efficient extractor, chance to gain random scrap item or engineer actions. Oh, you just get extra scrap for no reason? I mean, yeah, I'm an engineer. I wanna just like do as much engineer options as I can, right? Shouldn't I upgrade this? And it goes into self-repair. Use scrap components at home to repair 2 condition. Oh, you can use your own. You can use that scrap to heal yourself. That's even better. Interface. What does this do? Transfer intercept. Chance to gain cryo and interface actions. Oh, so when you hack things, you get more money. And it upgrades into Icebreaker. Agent nodes give double data rewards. Endure. Use strength for strength of will. Photosynthetic skin. Sunbathe dice action allows energy recovery at home. Hard to kill. Keep 2 dice even when condition is breaking. Oh wow, if you get hurt a lot, well, I guess if you're an endurance character, you want to like. I mean, you're gonna be doing riskier things, right? Because you can take more damage. Let's see. Intuit. Approach problems with awareness. Predictive reasoning. Dice actions display potential positive and negative outcomes. Whoa, that's really good. You get to know what your consequences are. Huh. Instant karma. Reroll all your dice once per cycle. That's so strong. Thrill seeker. Chance to gain energy after any engage action. All cryo actions are discounted by 20. Wow. Obsessive haggler. So everything's just cheaper. I don't know. I think I want to focus on it. We're going to be scrapping that ship, so we're going to be doing engineer stuff. So I think we're going to... What do you do? Can you just put it in here? Oh, no. This takes 2 upgrade points. Oh, I already have this ability. Huh. So maybe I want to... Maybe I should... Oh, but this gets it to... Okay. So I'm bad at engage. So putting the point would go from -1 to 0. I wouldn't even get this. Ugh, I wouldn't even get this. That's not great. Alright, let's do Intuit then. Yeah. I already have the effective engineering thing. Okay, sure. I wonder how many points you're gonna get over the course of this game. Okay, what else? Do we have the scrap yet? Forensic trawl. Okay, here we go. Cutter salvage. So this is repeat. Okay, so this is when we okay, Intuit. Do I have a good Intuit? Nope, I do not. My Intuit's at 0, so I need a 6 if I want 100% positive. Okay, let me see. What can I do? No, I already ate. Wait, do I have another upgrade point? No, I have no upgrade points. Shipyard. What can we do with the shipyard? Is this the shipbuilder? Okay, well this helps. This gives me engineer also, so that's useful. What can we do here? Alright, I guess I'll just... This also adds help at the shipyard, whatever, right? So... This So 6, 100% positive. I'm gonna do it. Nice. Okay. All right. We only need to work there 2 more times, and we're alright. Oh, if you fail, you get minus energy. Maybe I could do something else here. No, I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna, well. Oh, but I don't even have I don't have a buff for this though. I only have a 1 out of 4 chance to fail this thing. I don't think I want to do that. Let's see. Okay, plus yard clearance. Okay, so you can either just cut it up real easy, or you can do this winterline. Okay, my intuit's not that good. I think I'll wait until I have a 6. Yeah, I'm gonna keep working at the shipyard. Should be okay. Let's go. All right, one more, and we'll be a yard hand. All right, add a dice. Time for resting the cycle. You're an escaped. Okay, so the plot of this game, if you've seen Blade Runner, you know the plot. You're like an escaped company cyborg, I guess. The company technically owns you, but you ran away. So now you found yourself on this space station. Here you go. As you close up, a voice echoes down the corridor towards you. Sleeper, wake up. Fang. Or Feng, I guess, if you speak Chinese. A Havenage, a systems engineer. Feng is coming down the corridor towards you, a wonky grin on his broad face. Hey, glad I caught you. Do I know you? He grins. You do now. He puts a hand on your arm. I've seen you hanging around. Just want to chat. You staying in that thing? He nods back to the container, shaking his head. Rough. It can be hard to get a start on the eye. He looks away down the passage. What was it old Erlen said? The eye opens for us all. Nice idea, but well, not always very practical. He glances back at you. We do our best, but it isn't easy. Erlen? You pass together into the main walkway. No one has told you about Erlen? He's the founder of this place. That's why it bears his name. Havenish should organize some seminars. He laughs. Not really my department, though. I'm with systems. Systems? Everything the eye runs on. He runs a hand along the passage wall. This place is a ruin, but systems keeps it spinning somehow. At least we try to. He stops you in the quiet passage. Look, that's not what I'm here to discuss. I saw you around, and, well, I know a little about you, sleepers. I have a little proposition for you. He glances around. But, well, this is not the place for it. Wow, we got conspiracy already? I have an office just across the way. Give me a cycle or 2 to prepare. Then, when you're settled, stop by. He lowers his voice, then gives you a dark look. In truth, I need you. If what they say is true about you sleepers, well, there's work to be done. Pats you on the back, his voice brightened, his dark look suddenly gone. Stay clean, sleeper. Giving a hand in farewell. Huh. Conspiracy time. Okay, there was one of these things that needed a 1. So if you have a shitty roll, I guess you can use it on these things. This one needs a 2. Okay, so yeah, if you don't want to use your rolls on, oh, this one needs the data. Data. What does this one need? This one needs a 3. Oh, well, I have a 3 also, actually. I guess I could use it, but I really, I don't know. But then I'm not earning that Sigma Male grind set, you know? Let's bypass. Extract data. A lone connection feeds into this isolated node. Its last access timestamp is 1,000 cycles ago. How long is one cycle? Is it like a day? I mean, maybe it's a day. Well, technically the sun doesn't, the sun doesn't exist here, so I don't know what a day would be. Well, I mean, if humanity ever goes into space, do you think they'll mandate like 24 hours as a cycle? When you no longer have the sun to tell time. Like, how's that gonna work? Well, it's for people who are gonna live long after us to find out, I guess. So we have the data. We can Oh, maybe we can use that data now, right? This thing needs data to work. So we input the... Oh no, this is encryption key. Nope, this is not the data we needed. Okay, let's explore a bit more. Havenage agent needs a 2. This key node needs a 1. Huh. Okay, there's a circle here. What is this? Needs a... This is also not what they need. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, let's see what we can do here. We can keep helping out Dragos over here. Oh, we can, although we can do the shipyard thing. It is risky though. I might lose energy if I... 50% positive, 50% neutral. Shit. I guess we could just do this. Oh, actually, hold on. Should we go eat? Yeah, let's go. Ooh, got it. Okay. I know a shipbuilder who was impressed when you know how to double seal a hull plate. He slips you a tip at the end of the shift. Yo, thanks, buddy. Do you get anything here? Oh, yes you do. I guess this is who you meet from the shipyard. From the walkway, the sidereal horizon looks impossibly vast. A landscape of plating and frames. I guess you could make a day exactly 24 hours also, because it's not true on Earth. And, I mean, the day is slowing down. It's getting longer, I believe. I think back in the time of the dinosaurs, it was actually like 23 hours or something. All along her flanks, torches flicker, drones maneuver, arc lights glint. The sense of scale of industry is both stunning and strangely unsettling. Lem and Mina, shipyard worker and his daughter. From the walkway, the sidereal horizon looks impossibly vast. A landscape of plating and frames. All along her flanks, torches flicker, drones maneuver, arc lights glint. The sense of scale of industry is both stunning and strangely unsettling. She's quite beautiful, I think. Oh, I just reread the last paragraph. You turn to see a figure a little way down the walkway, leaning at the railing. He is thin, ragged, his work gear poorly fitting, and loose. The torches of the sidereal horizon flicker in his eyes as he turns to you. Lem. He leans back from the rail, revealing a child standing beside him, staring out of the ship. And this is Mina, he adds with a smile. Hi, everybody. Hi, he replies plainly, then shifts a little closer down the rail. Mina stares and tucks herself up behind Lem, who dutifully picks her up. Mina looking out from Lem's chest, a dark brown eye twinkling among the rough material. You working on her, then? Lem asks eagerly, gesturing to the vast ship, or just admiring. He shifts Mina's weight to his other arm. Working. Me too, me too. He flashes a Havenage past. I knew it just to look at you. I mean... He stumbles a little over his words, not wanting to be misunderstood. I mean, you look like a worker. She's Mina and I's ticket out of this place. Our space vector, so to speak. How? You haven't heard? Anyone who takes a Havenage contract on the sidereal horizon will be entered into a draw for the transit support crew. He smiles. Oh, great. It's a lottery to get off this place. We won't get to sleep the journey through, but a couple of decades of service will be nothing for me and Mina if it means landfall on a new world. Decades? It's a long trip. He straightens up. You're gonna spend decades in space on a ship? We don't even know what that'll do to someone's mind yet. Like, the longest anyone's been in space, I can't imagine it's been more... I have to look that up, but I can't imagine it'd be more than like a year or two. And it completely messes with your body. Because you not having gravity like kills your muscles and your hearts. Because your heart doesn't have to work so hard to pump blood anymore, so it gets weaker. It's a long trip. He straightens up, stretching his back. That's a colony ship, friend. The Stellus Foundation is sending thousands to settle a system well outside the reach of the core worlds. It'll be a totally independent colony. No surrogacy, no corporations. Yeah, that's fucking bullshit, dude. Why is it here? Why build it here, you mean? He grins. Don't ask me. I know as much as Mina about that. He ruffles Mina's hair thoughtfully. I suppose many corporations weren't too happy about breaking with the idea of surrogacy. Setting up somewhere without it feeding back to the core. Yeah, okay, it's a colony, right? feeding your mother country. Maybe Celis got locked out of the corporate shipyards and had to go begging for somewhere to set up. Homeless, just like Mina and me. Mina responds by pushing his hand away. Daddy, she whispers. Food. Pulling an exaggerated grumpy face. She glances furtively at you as she plays with a set of dog tags that hang from Lem's neck. I'm just chatting a little, Meanie. Give Daddy a sec. He turns back to you, and you suddenly notice how tired he looks. I'm not in the Havenish crew, but I'll work my way in. You can do it too, friend. We have to stick together. He smiles a little shakily, and you wonder how long he's been working to break into the official shipyard crew. He looks out to the side rail horizon as if trying to pull energy from those flickering torches from the vast hull. You gotta hold out, okay? You aren't quite sure if he's talking to you. That's how it works. While he stares out, Mina catches your eye curiously. What do you mean? She straightens up and meets your eye. Daddy loves me. She says it stubbornly, daring you to question her. Lem smiles and lifts Mina. That's it. We hold on. He smiles sheepishly at you. We're just a couple of softies. Isn't that right, Mina? He sets her down, standing by his side, and she clings to his leg. Gotta go feed this one. He pats her back. Maybe see you on a shift, huh? He turns and they walk down the hallway, away from the shipyard. You see them talking, and then moments later, Mina turns around and stops. See you, robot! Oh no. Her shout echoes down the hallway. She flashes you a parting smile before running to catch up with Lem. You watch them a little before you turn back to the impossible scale of the side rail horizon. A ticket out. Oh, I guess there's multiple endings then. Maybe there's one where you leave. Tracking yet again? You can sell yet again data to them. Interesting. Fragments are in the eye, so the shipyard's happy to pay for ship mine fragments they can dismantle and reuse. A slate in the office advertises that Havenage is looking for informants on gang activity in the eye. They'll pay. Okay, wow, you got become a snitch too? Systems fitting. Oh, good junior tech. Oh, okay, you have to help these guys to keep your place on the crew, I guess. Alright, let's eat some food. Order some fungus. Alright, we got one dice left. What do we want to do with this? Are we good enough at the scrap? I don't know. My intuit's not that good. I'm hesitant to use a 3 on there. Yeah. I might be better off using it on the unit assembly. This is safe also. So like, you know, only a 1 out of 4 chance to... Oh, actually no, I should put it here. I'm better at the engineer. Perk predictive reasoning. Okay. Alright, out of energy. Back to sleep. What's about to finish? What is this? Salvage sortie. Oh, okay, so they're gonna have more scrap to salvage at the end of this, I guess. And at the start of the next cycle, we're gonna see what's up with Sabine. It's kind of like a life sim. Where's that house? Right here. Energy down a bit. Someone's... Damn, they're tracking you down. Ooh, I got 2 5s. Nice. And I have a 1, which I can use with the, Actually, hold on. Let's see what's up with this first. This was not here before. You can help them unload containers if you want, or you can buy some scrap. I'm good. They pay better than the normal scrapping, I guess. Let's go talk to the doctor first, see what's up. First thing you see on entering is the glint of Toshiro's implants, like a cat's eyes, in the dark of the corridor. He nods you in as you arrive at Sabine's door. The entryway is still dark, and you push through the sheeting into the surgery. Yo, waifu. I have it. Sabine stands with a case open in front of them. A set of vials lined up inside, separated by foam inserts. They pick one up, rotating in the warm light. I have no idea how Yadigan. They trail off. We should treat this with caution. It looks authentic, but I have no idea if it really is what it appears to be. Test case? That appears to be the case. Unfortunately, I'm not sure we have another choice. They gesture for you to sit on the bed. The stabilizer works under a similar principle to an immunosuppressant in a transplant operation, in that it stops your body from rejecting the unfamiliar part of itself. In the case of your frame, the unfamiliar part is each of your biosynthetic organ groups, which over time are identified by your body as foreign material, and therefore must be eliminated. Sabine holds up a vial of the would-be stabilizer. However, unlike an immunosuppressant, the stabilizer doesn't do this by limiting your entire immune system. Instead, it encodes your biosynthetic organs with new protein chains, which act as passcodes within your immune system. The stabilizer refreshes these passcodes, keeping your frame from rejecting all of its own organs. Which means the stabilizer should be able to encode any organic or biosynthetic matter to be accepted by your immune system. Okay, you can further... They glance away. At least if the stabilizer is genuine. The only way to know for sure is to inject the vial. They begin readying the syringe. I'll start with a small dose to limit the risk. Let's do it. Sabine cracks the glass neck of the stabilizer vial and uses a syringe to extract a fraction of the liquid. They tap the syringe and you watch as if any sign might emerge from the clear liquid. You barely feel the needle, your frame registering the initial injection but with little response. A sensation begins to spread from the site, a fizzing, trembling wave that disperses through your arm with incredible speed. Your vision goes white, and when it returns, Sabine appears encased in shards of sparkling light that slowly fade into darkness as you settle back against the bed. You swim in darkness, muffled voices, like an argument heard from underwater, prickling waves of cold. When you sit back up, Sabine is sitting in a chair by the window, facing away from you, backlit by the glow of their slate. Awake? The stabilizer is genuine. They sit down beside the bed. I don't know how Yadigan acquired a case of this stuff, but they did. Sabine looks troubled, distracted. You should rest some more, but you're going to have to do that somewhere else. They gesture to the door. I have other patients. Sorry. Sabine nods towards the case. I'm afraid I can't offer you any more doses. You're going to need to pay for your next dose. Oh yeah, hey, I got this one for free. So it works out for me. Silence fills the room and they return to their glowing slate. Looking around the room, it seems different somehow, as if things have moved or shifted. You wonder how long you have been out. Nothing comes free, sleeper. Remember that. You manage to get on your feet and wander out into the hallway. The queue stretches down the flickering corridor. Toshiro stands impatiently by the door and fixes you with glare as you leave. You lower your eyes as you stumble past, somehow faintly aware of the station spinning beneath you. Ooh, hey, we're full condition. Let's go. Okay. Oh, okay. So you have to pay 100. Holy shit, 100 is a lot. 100 is quite a lot. Yeah, 100 is quite a lot. Well, let's see what's up with Fang. Sleeper. Should I just say Fung? Okay, Fung catches your attention as you approach the Havenage building, leaning against the bay door to the side of the entrance. You approach. Easier to come in that way. Security, all that. Gives you a look, you know. He slams a button and the bay creaks open, blinking lights in the dark behind it. You follow Fung inside. Truth be told, I don't spend much time upstairs. This is where I work. The door hisses as it closes behind you. The bay is filled with pieces of hardware, all rigged up to generators and diagnostic slates and things you don't recognize that glow with blue screen light. There's a chorus of hums that blends into a single wave of static, filling the dark corners of the room. Fung leans on a server stack and gestures around. You like it? Incredible. He smiles wildly. I thought you'd say that. He taps a nearby server stack, which bleeps in response. This is my treasure trove, all dredged up from the sea of systems we call the Eye. You wouldn't believe what this place runs on. Look, dude. My hospital had to, open up the wall to put in some stuff, and the mess of wires that was in there was insane. Yeah, maintaining a building, I've gotten a lot more appreciation for that. Let's just say. He steps over to the towering block speckled with vents. Some of these systems are from the original station, AE-1, the one Solheim built. We had to invent new components, repair things we never built, reverse engineer entire subsystems into existence. Yeah, this is one of the problems, right? When you're still using it and you have to, like, spaghetti code shit in there. Residents here look at the AI and think they're seeing a concrete reality. But this place is a system in constant flux, decaying and growing, collapsing into new configurations. He walks down in between the hardware stacks that you follow. We're keeping this place alive, but also remaking it to something new, dragging it away from those corporate origins. He stops. At least that's what I'm trying to do. He turns back to face you. Oh, you're the only one who can, like, directly interact with the thing. Turns back to face you among the flickering machines. They all hum around you. I know you can see this too, Sleeper. All these systems and sections. You can, can't you? I can see it. It makes sense, right? You are between here and there, between the people and their systems. You light this place up like a beacon. That's what I need. You glance at the lights around you. As you do, they seem to flicker to realign, to follow your gaze. Fung notices it too. I'm guessing that being a beacon isn't always ideal when you're on the run, though. They are tracking me. He pats you on the shoulder. Maybe I can help with that. There's a lot of old growth in this place. Subsystems I can't see. Access protocols lost to time and decay. Secrets. A shitload of secrets. With your help, I can unlock this place. Break off these last ghost limbs of corporate control. He lowers his voice below the hum. Even in Havenage, there is old growth. Those whose roots trace back into those bad old days. Yeah, well, problem. We're living in the bad old days right now. You help me dredge up the past, and I'll see what I can do about that tracker of yours. He winks. What do you say, Sleeper? Hell yeah, we're in. Funk pumps his fist and claps you on the shoulder. He meets your eye. You won't regret it. Okay. Funk passes you a ragged-looking metal tab. A gift. He smiles. It's a Solheim cipher. I dug it up from the depths of the station. Slot that into an old network gate and you'll be able to pull out all kinds of secrets from the nodes inside. He walks you, hey, just what happened this week, right? They confirmed Roe v. Wade is getting overturned, and you know they're not going to stop there. So what's next? He walks you back to the front of the bay. Start by bring me whatever you can turn up. Use that emulated mind of yours and see what's there. Let's get a picture of how things are. Those above, he nods at the ceiling, have granted me an acquisitions budget. I can pay you for whatever useful data you bring in. I know you need it. Hell yeah. He slams the door button. Keep it quiet and keep it clean, Sleeper. And I'll see you soon. You step, blinking back out into the passage. Those flickering lights still in the back of your mind. You drive to... Okay. Holy shit, so many drives. Okay, what needed one? Oh, this is the cipher, right? We can put this in here. Here we go. Gate S7 access. Yeah, but what does that do? This needs a 4. This needs a 1. Well, this is easy. The node is leaking corrupted contractor lists from the early days of the system's palladium rush. Extract that data. Hey, more Solheim data. Okay. Oh, hold on. As you drift back from the node, something latches onto you. A thread. Strung tight around you, it tethers you in place. A taste. Whoa, something tracking you? Yes, the voice makes you shiver. It's somehow both distant and close behind your ear. You see a distant glint of light shut off, and then suddenly a shape is at your side. It stalks around you, circling like a shark, like a wolf. Entity unknown. Astringent. Processing. You struggle against the thread, and it tightens in response. A glittering garrote. Please hold. Hunter. Sentient protocol unraveling. What the hell is this? The thread around you thickens until it is a ring, a cylinder. A tunnel of light circled around you. It is blinding for a moment, and then it is gone. As it fades, you see a figure, a creature, in front of you. Its strange head flickers between different angles, reading you. What are you? The shape paces around you on live legs, though there is no ground here to pace on. Entity, identity, origin, serial, cadence. The figure faces you expectantly. Sleeper essence orb. Unknown, known. The figure's strange head rotates. Brackish signature. Of and not of. Attempting interface. As the figure speaks, more threads begin to spiral from its head. Thick, snaking, vine-like ribbons that flex and wave. They approach with intent. The figure halts its threads, its head twitching. Entity. Your identity is unknown. We only seek to correct illegalities. Can you confirm your legal right to sentience? Wow, that's how you know we're in the future dystopia here. Incorrect, you are an entity. All at once, Hunter's head is directed in front of yours, blocking your vision. You stink of their taste. The one from the sealed dock. Hunter shimmers with fury. I will find access. I will interface. Sealed dock. An entity hides in a rotunda. You are its puppet. Hunter extends a razor-edged thread. I will not be diverted from my task. It glows with murderous intent. Wait, there's combat in this game? Hold on. You lash out with all your force. Not a physical strike, but focusing a spike of interference leaping out like the tip of a spear. Hunter stumbles, shifts, separates. You open your eyes, blinking back into the station light, shaking with fear. Wow, okay, there's dudes hunting you. You gotta be careful with this. I guess we should. What can you do? Oh, he can give data. Well, we did just get data, right? Here you go. Here you go. How much does he pay you? 15 cryo? Come on, man. Really? Assembly. What's in the offices? Oh, you can sell them stuff if you want. I guess we should help him with the. I guess we should help him with the scrapping, right? Okay. Oops, I should turn this off. Let's see what happens. Okay, you still get yard clearance. It's okay. Neutral outcome. Oh, okay, you don't get yard clearance if you succeed. If you only get neutral. Oh, got another neutral outcome. God damn it! I used 2 good dice on that shit. I guess we should keep eating, right? Oh, you get 3 energy. Okay, I guess you can... Alright. Next cycle. Yeah, if I keep spending on eating, though, like, it's gonna be a problem. It does help me, make friends with him faster, though. Ooh, yeah, another benefit of eating, you get so much dice. Look at this. Now we get 5 actions. We can... I'm afraid of meeting that guy again, though. Or the hunter. Okay, the 2. I don't really want to use the 2 for anything, so... Okay, get some more Solheim data. Is there another one that uses 1? Let me see. No, it's a 2. Oh, damn, they all need... What am I... Oh, yep, there's a 1. Here we go. This node pulses faintly as it mines cryo at a glacial pace, abandoned by the hacker that repurposed it. Encrypted key. What is the point of that, though? Okay. Oh, if you stay too long, the hunter is a meter. He might strike if you hack for too long or something. Let's see. We have another thing we can give. Give him the. Where is he? Oh, is he not here? No, not here. Okay. Well, I need to keep paying for my meals, so I'm gonna keep giving him that data. We're at 2 out of 3. I'm curious what happens when you get 3 of them. else is happening here? What's the yellow circle, though? Oh, I guess nothing. Survive. Oh, you have to... Okay, you have to buy a wild stabilizer. Well, I'm perfectly stable. That's fine. I guess I could just keep, I'll just keep working on this scrap, I guess. Positive outcome? Oh, we're almost there. I guess we could just... Do we want to work as the engineer, though? I mean, we could just keep... Well, 3 should be fine, right? Wait, what the hell is that quality control? Okay, poor work will see you drop one. Okay, so you gotta make sure not to fail too hard on this, on that, Okay, I guess we'll just keep scrapping this thing. Let's go. Okay, 3 more. We're almost there. I have to keep paying for food, basically, to keep my, to keep my energy up, so I'm gonna need this. I mean, this buys me more dice, and that's useful, so I'm gonna just keep doing it. And hey, we got an event with Emphis, right? Here you go. Sleeper. Emphis calls out to you, a booming voice that echoes through the corridor. Tell me a story. He throws a handful of chopped mushrooms into his wok, the fire leaping up to meet the oil. I see you. Cycle in, cycle out. But we never speak. Tell me a story. What kind? Any kind. He pauses to drizzle something from a plastic bottle into the wok. But what are yours? He looks up at you. Nothing stolen. You pause, the spices rich in your nostrils. Think about the kind of story you like to tell Emphis. You look at Emphis, the listener. Imagine he has heard it all before. Perhaps he would enjoy a strange story. Something with some spice. How about your dreams? All the sleepers you tell Emphis had dreams. Some were simple, memories left over from the emulation process that had become tangled up in their minds and would come out when they slept. It wasn't rare to hear a sleeper in the dorms scream or cry out in the night. But your dreams, those gray skeletal after-images of systems and structures, of threads and patterns, weren't like the others. They weren't memories or nightmares, they were reflections of reality. Distorted, yes, but somehow true. You learned back then to keep quiet about them, to let them flow through your mind like water. That was until now, until you arrived in this place. Now your dreams colonize your waking life. They slip behind your eyelids with every blink. And now you understand they aren't dreams at all, but some process of interfacing, of speaking, of living in another world that flows through this one, like smoke through air. You tell him you do not know if there is a reason for your dreams. Perhaps you reason it's just some side effect or particular quality of the frame you inhabit. But whatever it is, it's a gift, and you hope to make use of it. Emphis finishes cooking and squints a little at you. Sleeper, he smiles. You're quite the storyteller. He eyes you, and you realize he is trying to gauge how honest you have been in your story. Emphis passes you the meal he has cooked, and you take it gratefully. As you eat, he talks, a natural exchange. Thank you, Sleeper. He looks around the empty market. But my time is done for today, and I do not want to keep you longer, so I will make a proposal. He gestures to the plastic boxes of ingredients stacked behind his stall. Those are good enough for most, but someone told me a story that made me think. A couple of cycles ago. They said that across the gap, in the greenway, fresh mushrooms grow. Have you heard this? No. Neither had I, but I trust the one who told me. Emphis began packing up his things. Can you bring me some? I cannot cross the gap, and I worry about leaving my things behind. He smiles. I'm sure a storyteller like you could handle the trip. Yo, we're gathering mushrooms for a quest? Here. I will prepare them for you, and if you wish to tell it, be the audience of another story. Good, booms Emphis. Then I will wait for you to bring them in. Emphis sides his walk away and straightens up. I will prepare a recipe then, Sleeper. Good luck with your foraging. As you turn away and walk back into the main market, the rich taste of Emphasis food still lingering in your mouth. Stories for food, you think? A trade that seems more than fair. The hell? Where would you do that? Oh, I think I might have to go into low end, maybe. What's this? Well, you can buy hardware if you want. Or you can gamble, play the exchange. I think we're good. Let's roll. How much time have we... Okay, we still got some time. Ooh, we got another... Whoa, 2 6s. Excellent. Is that dude still tracking you? Shit, he is. What happens when this bar fills up and he attacks you again? Let's see. Alright, let's see if there's they need another 1. No, they need 2. What the hell do I use a 1 for? Oh, it's all 2's shit. Do I not have a 1 I can use? Oh, there we go. No? So, oh, I think I already did it. Okay, you have to complete the sequence. I'm mad confused. Do you have to talk to them in, like, actual thing? I don't know. Oh, no, there it is. Okay, bypass. Extract data. Might have been a glitch. Yadigan data. Oh, you can use it to... Oh shit, yeah, the hunter track went up. That's not good. Maybe I shouldn't use it on, like, non-essential things then. Okay, well. There you go, okay. One more. Alright, see what happens when you get through all of it. Squeeze into the office at the entrance to the yard. You lay out everything you have on the winter's light across the metal desk. Your makeshift forensic notes glow on Drago's old writing slate, overlapping lines and scrawled annotations. A set of drone scans fill the small terminal with a spectrum of colors. A heat map of damage and decay. A crumpled printout from the office's ship registry lies beside them. Synthetic paper so thin it is almost transparent. Look at the print. A plain list shows the registration history of the Winterlight. The gaps between the entries tantalizingly opaque. Its first registration was a couple of thousand cycles ago on this very station, logged at the central hub. From here, the registry tells the story of a busy ship, one that rarely stayed on station for more than a few cycles, and often took on voyages that kept it away from the eye for up to 100 cycles. The Winterlight got little rest. Okay, what's on the monitor? Reactor failure. That's the verdict anyone would have returned after a cursory glance at these stacked heat maps on the remains of the Winterlight. On the terminal screen, the ship is shown in section, blotches of color marking the approximate damage the ship sustained. Dominating the view is a single blood-red rose radiating from the ship's fraction drive. A simple story. A catastrophic failure of the drive core, leading to a fatal hull breach. A well-documented failure, likely brought on by wear or misuse. I mean, this is one of the other problems with space travel, right? If your car breaks down, it doesn't kill everybody on... Well, it doesn't usually kill everybody on board. Whereas, in space, if your ship fails, it might just... might just wreck you. But you aren't looking at the rose of the reactor. You're looking at a smaller, paler mark. One that might be easy to miss at first glance. It is a thumbprint sized and delicately placed over the control servos for the ship's main external airlock. It suggests a controlled-shaped explosion, one designed to punch through the hole and allow access to the airlock from the outside. You are looking at it because it is troubling you. Your attempts at a reconstruction of the Winterlight before its fatal accident consists of a series of overlapping sketches and diagrams, showing possible layouts and configurations of the gutted cutter. This was no off-the-shelf model, it was heavily modified. Parts replaced with inventive configurations, the new retrofitted into the old, handmade joints and reconditioned filters. This was someone's pride and joy, a lifetime project kept running with care and intuition. It also contained a set of hidden compartments, You missed them at first, where the hull had been thickened. The corners rounded to disguise the change, but they are there. An old ship, many cycles under its belt, carefully maintained. A reactor failure preceded by a carefully concealed external entry. A suite of hidden compartments, tucked away. This was the Winter Light, and this was its story. But that's not the full story, because there's something else. It is little more than a list, a tiny chunk of data you were able to pull from the ship's systems. The main systems were fried, of course, but the Winter Light had a separate system, one tucked away in one of its hidden compartments, armored, air-walled. This list, the only recoverable piece of the whole system, is a partial inventory. It details the contents of the hidden compartments. Some of it you recognize, some of it you don't. Ship mine ROMs. ROMs? Oh, Nintendo's on its way to your house. Shimmer, cryo chain codes, and then the final entry. Passenger, sleeper. You stare at the list on the terminal and try not to think about what it was like arriving here in the cold for so long, half frozen in the freight container. Had this sleeper been smarter, luckier? How had they convinced the Winter Light, a smuggler's ship if you ever saw one, to extract them from SNARP? Luckier, you laugh. There had been no remains found in any of the Winter Light's compartments. You had checked. They weren't so lucky, I guess. Not in the end. You hold up a vial of stabilizer in the light. This was all you find in their compartment. A parting gift from SNARP. Well, it won't go to waste now. Put it back into your pocket. The thought still bothers you, though. 2 ships carrying sleepers coming into the same yard? 2? One after another? That feels wrong. You flick back and forth between datasets on the terminal, thinking. And you see that thumbprint again. The mark of someone trying to get in. Someone who entered the Winter Light with precision and speed, and when they were done, left the reactor to clean up the rest. The thought of that person makes you shiver. Suddenly, the office door creaks open. Drago stands in the doorway, staring at the equipment and notes you have assembled. What is all this? He snatches the slate from the desk, faster than you realize he could move. You're running an investigation here? What am I paying you for? The drone on his shoulder starts whining shrilly, his anger passing to it through his implants. Are you hiding something? Hiding something? I'm hiding you, goddammit. And what are you doing for me? Digging around in my business. He starts shaking his head. I know you have a lot of questions, but this isn't the way. He turns away, muttering to himself. This is the last thing I need. This ship had a sleeper on it. Dragos freezes, suddenly angry. What did you say? He pushes past you to look at the terminal at the list. He shakes his head. So what? Aren't all of you trying to escape? You're lucky it was you that made it out alive, not them. Drago seems to steady himself, then turns back to you. The heat map of the reactor failure glint reflecting in his headset's glassy eyes. I've given you a place to stay. I've given you work. He stumbles over the words, unsure what to say. There's plenty others who would have sold you on, turned you in. But not me, no. I know. He softens. Look, you helped me too. He quiets the drone. I've done well by you and you've returned the favor. He strains up and clears his throat. But this obsession you have with this ship isn't going to work for me. I can't have you making my clients nervous. Can't have you digging up whatever you are after. He sighs. Can't work here anymore. What about the Winter Light? He reaches over and switches the monitor off. Forget about the damn ship. You have enough to keep you up. Dragos reaches across you and flicks off this terminal. As the light of the monitor dies, a kind of eerie calm falls on both of you. Whatever this was, it is done. You made it out, sleeper. That means you have to move on. Someone killed that ship and his crew. And you want to meet them? He shakes his head. We're done here. In the dark, Drago's headset glints, and you wish for a moment you could see his eyes and meet them. Maybe then he would understand. You get up from the desk, and Dragos gathers the notes, stuffing them into a pocket of his overalls. He holds the door for you, his headset as expressionless as always. You can stay in the container. I won't take that from you. Well, don't come back. His tone is final, definite, with an edge of disappointment. You walk out of the office, then out of the yard, not stopping to look back. Damn! You leave the yard, thumbing the vial in your pocket, knowing this, at least, guarantees you a little more time. As you walk, your mind once again drifts to that person who killed the Winter Light, and whether or not that person will come for you. Oh. Okay, well, drive over. Get an upgrade point. Should I save up 2 to get better at engineering? I really like instant karma. I might just keep it. Okay, we still have 2 more actions. What do we do? I guess we just engineer do our other job, right? Oh. What do you get? Dock watcher. Oh, you can do this. Engage. Oh, but I'm -1. Maybe I should just put engage just so it's not bad. Because -1 means you don't always. Oh, you lose condition if you fail this. Okay, yeah, I might just like make sure I'm not like I'm not negative on anything. Yeah. What can we do? I guess we just keep working for them, right? I have 1 stabilizer, that'll keep me up. Let's see. Alright, I guess we just keep going engineer now. Yeah, there's no way to fail on this thing, so. Alright, buy some more food. Alright, let's look at this this fungus thing here. Build a ship mine. What do you need? Where is it? Oh, it's over here. Okay. Extract the pass, get to know Infus. Okay. Where do you go for that? No. Where do you get the mushrooms? I guess you have to go somewhere else. Okay. Back to the container. That ominous red meter is filling up, though. Holy shit, that's a lot of 1s. This is when you wish you could reroll. Yeah, that's not great. Got a lot of 1s. Alright. Does that number ever go down, or does he just track you eventually? Is there a 4 somewhere? Okay, there is a 4 here somewhere. I guess I can use that. Yeah, let's go. We're gonna have another encounter with the hunter. Yeah. Oh, that bar is filling up too. Stay away from that dude. Okay. There you go. That should be all the. That should fill his thing. Go see Feng. As you enter the bay, Feng is nowhere to be seen. The banks of servers and machines blink out in the dark in staccato rhythms, unseeing eyes of the station's digital ghosts. Shitheads. Feng's voice echoes from behind a stack, followed by the hammer of fists on a metal casing. Those sneaky shitheads. Who's sneaky? Sleeper. Feng's smiling head pops out from behind a stack. Just the emulated consciousness I have been eager to see. Come back here. You pick your way between the thrumming stacks, trying not to trip on the loose bundles of cables that blanket the dark floor. Feng is sat in front of a set of monitors, mounted on a stack. Tell me, Sleeper, what do you see? Feng waves at the monitor to his side, glowing with pale lists of information. You lean in closer, looking for the links to the data. The table seems to be filled with personal information, names, genders, dates, ID numbers, all the markers and institutional records. People. Whose people? Havenage? Ha, not quite. He taps at the terminal. I pulled these from the old data you brought in, all employees of the Eye's original owners, Solheim. But He leans past you and scrolls the list down. This one's a snaky shithead. He stabs at the string of a finger. The name reads Harden Hurst. Who's Harden? That, says Fung, giving you a sideways look, is the thing. He drags a stool out beside him and motions for you to sit. There just so happens to be a Harden Hurst in Havenage. He waits for your reaction. Havenage? That's it. He's right here on the station now. Fung leans back in his chair. Just think about it. Decades ago, Harden worked on this station as a... Fung leans across to look at the monitor. Senior Strategic Operations Executive. Fung raises his eyebrows at you. Our Harden was keeping the money coming in for Solheim. He defined priority growth initiatives by making sure the extractors they contracted out to were hooked into a system that outsourced all the risk and kept the profit. Yeah, that sounds like our financial institutions at work. Good old Harden shuttled thousands of Palladium Rush workers into an infrastructure, which meant that their cut of the work they did went straight back into Solheim. How do you know this? I grew up here, Sleeper. This is my history. I am a child of that collapse. Fung turns back to his screen, staring hard at the strings of code flickering by. Before I was born, my parents were Solheim contractors. They ate in Solheim canteens, worked on Solheim ships. They breathed Solheim air and slept in Solheim beds. Oh great, company towns. Yeah. Hey, judging by the way we're going, we might be going back to that. Company script, get ready. Fung's voice rises as he speaks, his hands fists on the terminal edge. And the work that paid for that existence? The cycles of hard extraction out in the belt? Solheim took their cut. This was a company town, so to speak. And my parents were just another in the long line of freelance contractors willing to risk their lives for a shot at anything other than poverty. Disposable. This guy, stabbing at Harden once again with his finger, strategized all that, did the sums, and then somehow, thousands of cycles later, still going, still here, crawling in the walls like some shithead snake. He survived the revolution. But how? These guys, they were big time. There's a lot of money that can get. There's a lot money can get you if you're a company man. Fung relaxes a little. But how is Harden still kicking? I really don't know. He turns to you and smiles. So we're gonna find out. Harden is now a big shot in the shipyards, just a few degrees back around the eye from here. Fung brings up a map in the lower eye. Havenage might be born out of Erland's revolutionary zeal, but a flat hierarchy it is not. It should be Harden happened to float to the top. Fung zooms in on the far yards. Fung grimaces. The thing is, I don't have access to those systems. The shipyard crew is pretty paranoid, and they don't like anyone from systems digging around their stuff. Plus, we need more than just the name of a Solheim executives. We need proof. Fung holds up a little thumbnail-sized drive. That's where this little creation of mine comes in. I call it a ripper worm. Turns the drive between his fingers. It'll rip through any digital storage and spin out a silken thread of filtered data. This one is set on the scent of Harden Hurst. He hands it over. Getting into the compound might be tricky. Fung puts a hand on your shoulder. But you, however, have a particular knack for remote access. Fung grins. If you can extract yourself a Havenage cipher from a Havenage agent, they sometimes carry it should be on them. Yeah, we got some typos here. Among their data caches, you can crack open the compound's network and slot the worm through any open port. You never even need to go near the shipyards. So what do you say, up for it? Sure. I knew it, and I knew you'd be happy to catch a snake. And don't worry, once we nail this guy, I'll start work on that tracker of yours. I haven't forgotten. Fung scratches his chin. Anything the worm gets, he'll send back here. There's something wrong here, and I aim to get to the rotten core of it. You leave Fung, digging through data among the wires and machines of the old station. As you walk out, you try to imagine the eye as it once was. A vast machine running smooth and strong, directed by people like Harden. A vast Solheim-built machine into which thousands poured from the surrogate systems, looking for a new life. The hope of a better future, engineered to line someone else's pockets. It's an idea you are intimately familiar with. You think of Harden, still alive, still part of this place, and wonder if the past is ever truly past. Alright, well, hold on. What can we do? Slot the ripper worm, right? Where do you do that? Havenage agent. Well, I did. I do have a Havenage encrypted key, right? Yeah, I should be able to do it. Is this the one? Yeah, you need to have a cipher. I don't have that. I only have encrypted key. Okay. What am I going to use all these ones on? Is the question. I guess I'll just use them for an engineering work, but... Oh, different docks will come in. I could go into the low-end gate, but I don't know what this actually does. Impose on a toll for entry. Do I want that? I mean, I have a lot of ones. Maybe I should wait until I have a better roll. Yeah, let's explore on the unit assembly line first. Okay. 50-50. Okay, I got it. What do you get? Each shift, a crowd of would-be workers gather outside the shipyard, each of them clinging to a 4-digit number printed on receipt paper. These are their assignment numbers, and you are either called for a shift or you aren't. As you arrive, the crowd is restless and chatter rumbles through the lines. For those who, like you, have graduated to the work teams, shifts are guaranteed. Having just walked out of a meeting with a supervisor, where you are praised for your efforts, you feel the glow of a job well done. Yet you can't help but feel empathy for those huddled as you pass, waiting for their number to come up. Keep your head down as you leave the shipyard, feeling a little guilty as you do. Hey, sleeper, wake up. Wait up. Lem's voice trembles as he shouts above the rumble of the crowd. You turn to see him pushing through, Mina crying in his arms. Good to see you, friend. He's breathing hard after shouldering through the waiting workers. You made the work team. Good for you. Tries to catch his breath, stroking Mina's hair as he does. Shh, baby. Give me a second here. Smiles weakly at you as he comforts her. Her cries start to fade. Out of the crowd, he sets Mina down by his side. Shiny streaks down both of her cheeks. As he does, you see he's clutching an assignment paper number on a crumpled piece of paper. Is Mina okay? She's good. She just had to rush up here. Puts his hand on her shoulder and she clings to his side. Ezra, who usually takes her, is sick. He stretches. I don't know what... Oh, a noise sounds from the entrance. A klaxon followed by a list of numbers glowing brightly on the display screen. The crowd responds instantly, pushing and pulling as people try to wade to the entry checkpoint. Lem stalks and turns back towards the crowd, then glances down the crumpled paper. That's my number. Shit. Or Mina. He starts patting the pockets on his gear and pressing around. Go, I'll watch her. Gonna be a babysitter here? Mina stands staring, suddenly small without Lem at her side. She fixes you with a dark-eyed staring king. Quite rude. She holds the stare unmoving. The two parallel tears still glint on her cheeks. You unlatch the top of the bag and you see a few metal containers, fashioned from scrap components. A battery slate sits on top, blinking a low battery warning, and tucked beside it is a raggedy rabbit, hand-sewn. Pull the rabbit out of the bag, its long limbs waggling as you do. Mina goes to jump and grab it, but holds herself back. Let's turn 8. Okay. I'm not good with kids. In real life, I'm afraid. IRL. She goes, are you really a robot? Not really. Oh. Questions about how you breathe or if you rust. But before long, we were talking about rabbits and what Esder, the old lady who usually takes her, smells like, and whether or not fairies live in the eye's heating pipes. Okay, you just become a babysitter. Oh, wow, did we unlock the babysitting side quest? Here we go. Okay, I guess you just... Gain access to wood fabricator. What can we do here? Okay, play the exchange. What does this give you? Oh, it's basic. It's just gambling, basically. I still have 2 ones. What can I do with this? I guess I could just keep doing the assembly, right? Oh, it's danger. Shit. Okay. Well, you don't want to use ones on the ones with danger. That's probably not a good idea. I guess we can go to the rotunda. Just it's freaking risky. Are you serious? Oh, you get minus energy if you 50-50. Okay. Oh god, Cryo's cryptocurrency? No, please don't do it. Oh no. The worst timeline. We're in the worst timeline. Okay, so I have to pay them to enter? Okay. Oh, you can go visit them now. You can look around low end if you want. Oh, okay. Wait, you can get energy for this? Hold on. 50-50, let's go. Nope, negative outcome. Huh. Okay. Oh, you should help him with the, oh, I should help him with the babysitting too, but... eh. Spend mad money on that, but hey, here you go. We have enough scrap too. I mean, we could sell that if we really need money. What time is it? Got time for one more turn? Oh, this is the problem with games like this, right? It's like Civilization. Keep going. Hey, just one more turn, man. Next thing you know, oh shit! Another. Well, another ship is coming here, so I guess we just. Oh, okay. Don't get everything. Oh, well, new ship's here. What happens? Haggle over prices. Oh, you need a skill upgrade to get this. Oh, you can buy a ship mine fragment. What do you need it for? Oh, you can build a ship mine. How much does it take? Hold on. Oh, you need 2. Okay. Oh, you can only get 2. How many do you... Hold on. How many, okay, how much... Oh, playing the exchange doesn't... Oh, you do need to do this to... You do need this to get access to it. Hold on. All right, let's go to the other. Let's go to the other one first. That bar's not going down ever. So I guess you just. I don't care about the Yadigan agent. I need well, these Haven guys sometimes have it, right? Yeah, Havenage agent. I need some. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, we got the Havenage data. Let's see. What can we do here? Yes. Okay, here we go. Get the Havenage Cipher. We can put the worm in there. Here we go. Gate H4 access. Okay, this is a port here. Oh, you just put the worm in there. Alright, here you go. Hackers. Okay, I can sell the scrap. Right? I can sell the scrap because I feel like you do need the, Oh, okay. Do you have to pay more money to get through here, too? Spoke climber. What the hell? What happens when you get this? This is so weird. That's super weird. That you can climb this elevator. Well, let's do the other stuff first. Okay, we're gonna work on the side reel hull. This is guaranteed. Oh man, look at the progress on this thing. Yeah, this thing's going slow. Well, you make money too. I guess it's fine. Okay. Do we want to buy the fragments of the? It's a limited quality thing. It's a limited quantity. Do I want to pay 120? I don't know how long they're gonna be here. Oh, okay, they're gonna be here a bit more. So you know what? I can make that decision later. It's fine. What do I want guaranteed? Okay. Some money here. Okay. And we can use this last one to engineer over here. There you go, and eventually you'll meet some people. It'll be fine. Always remember. Oh, actually, hold on. No, we got extra energy for this. Oh, okay. So when your condition starts going down, that's when you start losing dice. Shit. So it like tempts you to. You don't want your condition to fall down too far before you have to. You know, it's like how much dice do you think is worth losing before you have to start refilling? Alright, well, it's been 2 hours. I guess we'll call it here. I'll do a full run of this game. I don't know if it's gonna be too long. I have no idea how long this game is. We got a whole bunch of quests over here. But judging by the upgrade system, I don't think it's gonna take too long, right? Because I mean, you can't possibly get too many points. Yeah. Alright, guys. We'll call it here. I'll see you later.